Oh, hello. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, today. It's been a weird fucking week, is it not? Today is Saturday, and I just wanted to do a little bit of like a get ready with me style. So I'm getting ready for a good... Oh, I didn't put my mic on. Hold up. That should be better. I'm still figuring out my shit, you know? Very much so. There we go. How's that? Well, I'll just have to do. Well, she'll figure it out. I don't know where the camera is. Anyways. So today is all about just kind of integrating in from the week. It's Saturday, the 31st of January. And what the fuck? Like, on some real shit though, like what the fuck is going on right now in the world? A lot. And that's not what we're here to talk about today. Because what I really wanted to talk about is just kind of integrating what we're learning, like what we're going to be doing here on this channel, because it's been chaos. It's been wild west. I was talking to some wonderful new friends at a networking thing that I did recently, and it was I'm still laughing about it because one of the girls said, "Oh, you're just in your career hoe era," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna use that forever." I'm in my career hoe era right now. Not anymore though. I have been. I've been really just kind of doing anything and everything. I'm just trying to figure out what I even want to do. You know what I'm saying? I think that's probably an experience that a lot of people have. I did the same thing for 20 years as a hairstylist, and now I'm just kind of trying other things. I've been trying other things, seeing what feels good, seeing what feels right for me, seeing what is useful to people. And oh yeah, but first coffee, truly, but first coffee. We love her. It's so good. I've been doing Whole30 for a couple days. We'll talk about that. We'll get to it. There's so much to talk about and only like a tiny bit of makeup to do because I don't really wear that much makeup anymore. But I'm getting ready to go and do some things today. I have a day at the salon. I have clients today. I'm going to go see my sister for a little bit. So I have lots of things to do. And I just wanted to make a quick little get ready with me style video where we're just going to talk about like what to expect here, what you should be coming here for. Because for a really long time, for me, it was like, I don't know, what the fuck do people want to watch me talk about? What do I want to sit and do and let people, you know, into my home to share with me for the next 30 days? Because 30-day experiments are hitting good for me right now. And this 30-day experiment that I've been doing with my partner has been amazing, because I think I talked about it in my last video a little bit. Is that in my adult life, I've never given myself space because I never decided to have kids, and I wasn't really looking to go the domestic route. I was really focused on my career for a really long time. 20 years building something is quite a long time. And so in that, I never gave myself the space to just be a human, figure out what it looks like for me to be that human, and take care of my space and myself. I'm all about self-care in lots of different ways, and it's about so much more than makeup. Like, makeup is what we're doing today, but that's going to be such a minimal part of what we talk about here on this channel, because it's such a tiny part of what fucking matters. Truth be told, I'm like, you can put all the makeup on your face in the world, and if you hate yourself on the inside, you're still going to hate yourself on the inside. And that's still going to show through on the outside. And I tried so hard for so long to find the balance for myself. And it's just been challenging. It is challenging. That's why I believe that this is something that I see that people need help with this. I am in the beauty industry and I take care of clients on a regular basis. And I know the things that people are struggling with. I see them challenged with these things. Ooh, my skin's been a little bit angry the last couple days, but that's why we have concealer. I see people struggling with these things and I hate it, y'all. Like, and then I see where we're at right now as a country and I'm like, bro. So I'm just supposed to show up on my little YouTube channel and talk about hair and makeup and manicures and massages and while all of this is going on, like, I don't think so. And this is not the first time I've felt this way about, it seems like every time I kind of get to that point where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go start my channel and do my thing, some fucking global collective crisis happens. And I'm like, this is dumb. Like, this is just, but I have to stop doing that. And you want to know why? Because in a society that sees self-care as frivolous, that sees women as frivolous, that sees taking care of your appearance and yourself as selfish, and that's a bad thing. I truly, 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 truly believe that that's all been by design. Real talk, are you tired? Because I'm tired. Like, I've been tired for a real long time, y'all. I've been out here watching all this stuff go down. I'm an Aquarius, okay? So I've been knowing. I already been knowing what's going on. I've been watching this shit like, oh my God, look at these humans out here doing the most, doing the least, doing all the wrong things, shopping at Amazon, being angry that billionaires don't pay their taxes, but then choosing not to vote with their dollars. Like, why? I don't understand. There are so many ways that you can take money out of the pockets of these assholes. Did you know that? Because I did. And I've been trying to share for a really long time. And it's just like people are afraid. And I understand because we also live in a time where, you know, MLM and online coaching has never been more predatory. Like, ew, gross. Honestly, it's so gross. I'm really grossed out by it now at this point. And so it does make it difficult for me to want to step into that and be a part of it. But the truth is that I know that I have something to offer. I know that I have something to offer. And my challenge has just been trying to figure out how to let other people see and understand what it is that I do and how I help. Self-love as revolution, baby. Like, they want us to hate ourselves. They want us to hate our neighbor. They want us to be so tired, so broke down, so distracted from what's going on that we just can't. And that's where I've been at for the last few years. I just couldn't. I just didn't have it in me. And like, real talk, you're exhausted, I'm exhausted. It's by design. It's by design. And it makes me so angry. And when I get angry, I get angry. There's nothing quite like a manifestor rage. My manifestor rage combined with my Aquarius coldness combined with my years of feminine outrage, it's just like, it's seething. It's been seething for a while. And I had to learn how to dampen the flame, I guess, enough that I could show up for other people. That's all I want to do. I mean, I'm a helper. I was just talking about this on my friend Jenny's channel the other day. Ooh, coffee. Never neglect the coffee when it's hot, y'all. When I think about the mamas who have never had a sip of hot coffee since their children were born, like, oh, girl, go put that in the microwave and try again. It's so good when it's hot. Anyways, I'm really going to try to not make this like a whole rambling thing. I've been working to get this channel moving in a more clear direction for the last few years and just like figuring it out. And it's been tough. And in the last few weeks, I have definitely felt a sense of shedding, a sense of all of that old stuff that's been keeping me kind of stuck and keeping doing the old same things. Like, you know the saying, doing the same thing day after day and expecting different results. That's insanity. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are doing. You guys, when I drive out towards a certain area of town at certain times of the morning, you know what I see? I see lines of 20, 30, 40 Amazon trucks. And they're leaving from the warehouse and they're driving on our highway to go deliver all these packages. And that's great. That's fine. Like, you want to pay for convenience. I understand that. You love Amazon because it's convenient. They will ship it to you overnight. But my thing is, do you ever really think about the impact of that? Because if billionaires aren't paying their taxes, and we know they're not, then who's paying the taxes to fix the roads that they're driving on? Who's paying, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's paying for all of that? It's us. It's us. So we're paying for convenience, but we're also putting more and more power and money into the pockets of people who are doing wrong by us. They're doing wrong not just by us, but by the planet, by the people that are working for their company. I mean, look at what just happened with Amazon. They just spent all this money to help build a ballroom, to help make a documentary, to do all of this crazy shit that we don't need right now. But what they don't pay is their taxes. So like, what? And then they laid off 16,000 employees. 16,000 people now are without a job. And not even like that great of one. A lot by accounts. I'm not crapping on people who work for Amazon, by the way. Because a job is a job and people got to work. Like, we have to earn a living. That's how our society is. What pisses me off is that they're not even treated well. They're not even paid as well as they deserve. And yet still these people have said, okay, I'm going to show up and I'm going to do this job to the best of my ability. And then 16,000 of them are waking up now wondering what they're going to do next. And as somebody who, I have been in the job market lots of times, I am currently kind of looking for other alternatives because it's tough. It is tough in the online coaching game. And right now it's also tough in the beauty biz. Beauty is a luxury. Being able to go to the hair salon and get your hair done, regardless of what some people might like to think, is a luxury. And when people get into a place where they're tight on money, things got to get cut. And so I'm out here trying to build a beauty business in a town where a lot of people just lost their job. And that's happened twice now since I've started trying to build this in September of this last year. So I know what I'm up against, you know? I've been in the game a long time. And it's hard for me because when I make these videos, sometimes I'll go off on a tangent. And 30 minutes later, I'll be railing. I'll be railing about the billionaires because it just makes me so angry. And it's made me so angry for so long. And so what I've needed to do with that rage is find another way, find another resource, find something that aligns better with my values. And so I have spent the last few years doing that. I've found some amazing resources. I share them with people whenever I can because sharing is caring, and you're not being a good neighbor if you're not teaching people how to decondition from this sick system that we're all living in. And I truly, truly believe that. And so that's really been the last few years for me, and that's why it's been kind of chaotic on my social medias, and just everywhere I show up, it's like one day I'm doing this and one day I'm doing that, and just trust me, it's just as chaotic for me as it might be for somebody watching. But these last few weeks have really been, everything's becoming so much more clear, and I feel that this is not just me, it's collectively. I see a lot of people having the same experience as me right now, and I think that's amazing, because back in 2021, when everything was happening with George Floyd riots and all of that stuff, I was already angry. Like, I was already, because 2020, I was already angry prior to 2020, and then 2020 came around and ruined my business, and I was so pissed. I spent such a long time of my 30s just so angry, righteously raging. And I know that I think we all know on some level that that's not good for us, but we don't know how to stop when we're just so angry, and we're living in a system that's so set up for oppression, and it's so set up to take advantage of us, the people, the ones paying the taxes. By the way, let's never forget that, like, the government doesn't pay taxes. The government doesn't even make any money. All they make is problems, y'all. Like, that's all they've been making. They're not helping anything. But again, I digress. I'm not going down that ragey, angry path anymore, because I know that it's not helpful. And so I have just found my own little ways to have my own little self-love revolution, my own little form of rebellion against this system that I find so despicable and disgusting. And last week I deleted my TikTok. That was amazing. I honestly felt so good about it, because it really is about being in alignment for me. And I've been getting all this coaching as I've been, growing on my journey. I love to have a coach to guide me on things that I don't know. But the truth is that I know a lot. And so I kept ending up in these spaces where I'm like, yeah. Like, you're telling me all this generic information that works for everybody else and other people maybe, and it probably worked for you, but like, that's not my path, and I know that. And then it would be kind of an issue, because, if that's what they teach and that's what they know, then now I'm paying for a program that you're not really helping me, because I should probably be helping you. And I know that sounds really arrogant, and maybe it is, but I don't really think so. Because I've just been paying attention for a really long time. And I'm a naturally very quiet person. I have learned to keep my mouth shut because I learned a long time ago that it wasn't really safe for me to not keep my mouth shut. And so that's what the last few weeks has really been about. It's been about unlearning that. It's been about unlearning to keep my mouth shut, because silence in times of oppression is support of the oppressor, and I know that. And I don't support what's happening. And I want to be clear about that. I have not supported what's happening for a really, really, really long time. And I've found myself very frustrated very many times, because I try so hard to have these conversations with other people, and it's just like they do not get it. They look at me like I'm the crazy one, like I'm a cuckoo bird, like I'm off my fucking rocker. And I'm like, are you not seeing this? Like, open your fucking eyes. It's so crazy to me. I don't mean to be aggressive. I don't mean to be aggressive. I really don't. But I am aggressively angry and so fucking tired of just watching the people around me suffer constantly. We're all suffering in some way. And I hate that. And so my personal self-love revolution has been tapping into my joy. It's been tapping into the sun. It's been becoming my own healer. I have been on this path a little while, and there's a lot of people out there that have been doing it a long time, way longer than me. And I've been so lucky in the last year to have found a lot of those people to help guide me along my healing journey, because I really believe you need a mentor in life. And a lot of us, we might have parents who are great and loving and amazing, but they don't know where we're trying to go. They can't be our mentor onto the next chapter because they've never been there themselves. It was a different time for them. And so back to the topic at hand today, deleting my TikTok, that was a great feeling for me because I had been trying to force myself to get on TikTok and I just hated it. I just hated it. Every time I was there, I'm like, ew, I hate this app and I don't even want to be here. And I'm only doing it because for the algorithm. And I just started getting so angry. And it's just, so when it popped up that what they were doing with their new anti-privacy policy, it was really easy for me to just say, bye. Like, I'm not doing that. Fuck you. Fuck you. Disrespectfully. TikTok. And going forward, yeah, this channel is going to be about beauty. We're going to learn some beauty things here eventually. Not today. Not today. You're not going to learn anything beauty. You're just getting to know me right now. And that's what this week has kind of been about for me, is choosing to allow strangers on the internet to get to know me in a different way. It's uncomfortable for me. I think it's uncomfortable for a lot of people because let's be real. I just spent the last 2 years in customer service working for a mobile company, cellular mobile expert. And if you think people are poorly behaved in restaurants, which is where I started out in customer service, you've not seen anything until you've experienced how poorly behaved people are in the cell phone store. And then when you shift those people into keyboard warrior territory, it's terrifying to me. I'm like, ew, I'm not going to put myself on the internet for some to come tell me about me. Like, no, I'm not putting myself out there for that. You don't know about me. And I don't even want to know what you think. I really don't. But anytime you put yourself out on the internet, you're opening yourself up to that. And you have to know that going into it. Otherwise, you're just being ignorant. And I do know that. So, anybody coming here to rip me a new one, go for it. I don't give a shit. I really don't care. And that's the place that I needed to get to. I wasn't there yet for a really long time in my online entrepreneur journey. And that's okay. I moved through it anyways. I did my best. I did the best that I could. It didn't always look like that to people on the outside, but again, I don't give a shit what they think. They're not in my brain. They don't know what I've been doing and how I've been working through my own shit quietly. Because that's what we have to do. We have to look in the mirror and learn how to truly, truly, truly love what you see. And I know from the business that I've been in that a lot of people can't do that. They can't. They can't look in the mirror and say, girl, you are so beautiful. I love you. Truly, truly. And mean it. They can't do that. And I think that's really sad. I think that's really sad. Because what that then means is that so many people are out here in the world, moving through life, interacting with other people, in their wounding, they're searching for somebody to make it better for them. And I get that because I was searching for somebody to make it better for me too. I was looking for somebody to help me, to save me, to get me out of the patterns that I could see myself doing. I could see myself doing it, and I couldn't figure out how to stop. And I had a lot of coaches. And none of them were really able to do that for me because you have to do that for yourself. You just do. Sorry, babe. Like, you just have to. And that's what I really want to teach. That's kind of what Tarot for Humanity is all about. I want to tap into the collective energy. God, my nose has been itching like crazy. It's like there's dust in the air or something, and it's making my nose itch like crazy. So if you see me just itching it, man, it's just itchy. The winter is always a rough time on these old sinuses. Ooh, okay, she's fine. But yeah, that's what Tarot for Humanity is kind of about. I've been using tarot as a practice, and I just find it kind of an easy way to transition to talking to people on the internet, talking to strangers on the internet, using the cards. I mean, I love watching other people's tarot videos. I've learned a lot from High Priestess Healing. Shout out to Jess. She's taught me about tarot in a major way. I learned a lot from my friend Jenny. She's got a channel going teaching people how to connect with people on YouTube. So it's like, I'm in this place right now where I have all these amazing mentors and all these amazing people that are willing to share their knowledge with me. And so it's about leaning into that, right? It's about leaning in when you want to walk away or you want to look away and you want to. It's so tough out here right now, you guys. Like, I understand every time you open up Instagram or look at anything on Facebook or scroll anything anywhere, it's like you can't help but fall into a doom scroll. You want to know why? By design. It's designed to keep you scrolling and to keep you messed up in your head and to keep you angry at your neighbor and to sow division in your heart and in your mind and to keep you distracted and burnt out and confused and feeling hopeless. Not here, my friend. We're not doing that. We're not falling for it. So if you're here and you're still here listening to me ramble on as I sip coffee and do very minimal makeup. We're not getting crazy with it today, you guys. I'm just trying to look alive. I'm just trying to look alive at this point. And like I put a little effort into it. Come on, nose. It's so itchy. Oh my God. I hate an itchy nose. Gotta comb the eyebrows. That's very important. P.S. Do we love these purple eyebrows? Because I love these purple eyebrows. I think I like them even better than the pink eyebrows. That was what I did last. We gotta comb the eyebrows. Really makes a difference. Brow gel is your friend if you've got some. I don't have any right now. Because like I said, I've not been wearing that much makeup. I've just been learning to love my natural me. That's what prompted me to shave my hair for such a long time. I had been identifying myself by my hair. My hair was my career. My hair was my identity. My blonde hair was how everybody knew me. My curls were what I was known for. Like, it's just hair. Everybody freak out when I shave my hair off. I'm like, why? It's gonna grow back? Like, it's no big deal. Like, by next year, I can have long hair again if I want to. So what's the big deal? The big deal is that we've all been socially conditioned in so many ways. And there's only so many ways that I can help with that, right? But this is one of them. Teaching people how to love themselves as they are, not because they went and piled on 10 pounds of makeup or contoured their nose just right or got lip fillers. Fuck lip fillers, by the way. If you love them, I'm not trying to pick on you at all. Do your thing, girl. But like at a certain point, I'm like, where are your lips? Those are not lips. I'm serious. I'm not trying to, I never want to be that person who's picking on somebody or making people feel bad. What I'm really here to do, and I'll tell you why this matters so much to me, okay? Because I've had lots of experiences with this. And one of my early ones was as a teenager. In high school, I was getting my senior photos done. And I was a little baddie in high school, by the way. Like, I was too hot for TV. It was fucking ridiculous. I had giant titties and I was just a little cutie. And people reacted to that in ways, to be sure. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But when I went and had my senior photos taken, it was such an interesting experience because, you know, I got the hair done, got the makeup on, got all the outfits just right. They did all these poses and took all these pictures of me out there at this studio that was really popular at the time here in the area I live in. And I was so excited to see the photos, of course, because that was the first time I'd ever done a professional photo shoot. Oh my gosh, I was a senior in high school. And I got the photos back and they were beautiful. They were so gorgeous. And I remember looking at them and I just kept looking at them and staring at them. And then I would kind of like look at my own face in the mirror. I'm like, you know, I'm like looking at it. Well, that's weird. It seems like maybe they've done some things to my face on these senior photos. And I guess the reason why they were so popular is because they were just airbrushing these photos into oblivion. But I was an 18-year-old girl. Like, what was there to airbrush? You know what I mean? And so at that early impressionable age, I remember looking at those photos and then looking in the mirror and comparing what I saw there to what I saw. Oh, that's reflecting crazy on my face. To what I saw in the mirror. And between the pictures and the mirror, I was like, well, if somebody decided to edit this for me, then there must be something wrong with it. And it made me real self-conscious, to be honest. And I can only imagine that plenty of other people have had that same experience of having their photos taken and looking at them and realizing that it's not really them. And so and then wondering, like, what's wrong with me that they had to do that. And so I did a little while. I did a few years of doing some work as a boudoir photographer, and that's a very special talent of mine in my heart that I truly, truly love. In fact, I love it so much that I don't really do it anymore, except for in special instances, because I just kind of got my feelings hurt. And that's a me problem. I know that. So I let it lie. I let it go. That's another story for another day. There's plenty of stories to tell because I've done a lot of stuff and I've had a lot of experiences with a lot of different kinds of people. But all of that is basically to say that having that experience as a 18-year-old girl, it really set something in my heart that was like, oh, you know, if I always had a love for photography. If I ever get to a place where I'm the one taking these pictures, I'm not going to make people feel like that. And I didn't. I did edit my photos, of course. It's when you're working in professional photography, people expect to see a certain level of editing, but I was always very careful about how I edited my subjects and to leave their natural beauty intact. I'm not trying to make you into somebody different. And in fact, I won't, because I don't believe in it. I want you to be able to look at those pictures 10 years from now and know that that was you. And maybe you look different now, but woo, child, you was so sexy in your naturalness. And that's what I aimed to achieve with boudoir photography. And I was real good at it. I still am. I just, like I said, I don't do it as much for my own reasons. But that's what this is about for me. Loving yourself, loving your neighbor. It's an act of radical rebellion, y'all. They don't want us to do that. You can see that, right? Like you can feel it in your heart that they don't want us knowing that. That's something they really want to keep from us. And because the system thrives, it thrives on diversion, it thrives on division, it thrives on self-loathing and pitting neighbor against neighbor. What's happening right now? Just saying. This for me is about balance. It's about balance and healthy boundaries. It's about becoming the most abundantly joyful version of yourself that you can possibly be, because they fucking fear that. They do. They're terrified of it. And I love it. I love it. I love to scare them. I love to scare them because they should be scared. The power has always been with the people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. If you're still listening and you are in a place right now where you feel like you're surviving on breadcrumbs, you feel like this is not the life you thought that you were going to be living, I get it. I've been there too. I know what it feels like. I want you to drop a message, or you know what, I'll just put a link and you can book a call with me, because I want to show you that there is a better way. There is a better way. And just because you decide to love yourself doesn't mean that you're going to be able to do it automatically. It can take some time because we're so conditioned. But I have so many resources for you, and I have so many ways to show you how to start to see the beauty that you truly are. How to start to look in this mirror and truly, truly love what you see. Because I really believe that that's how it's a I don't say self-love revolution just to be cute. It's a self-love revolution, because this system is thriving on the conditioning that we've all received to feel like we need to be something different. And I don't buy into that. Yeah, I love makeup. I love to change my look. I think that beauty can be a beautiful, cathartic form of self-expression. But I also know that in my 2 decades behind the chair as a working stylist, I would say anywhere from 50 to 75% of the people who have sat in my chair in that time have given me some version of a story where they've said, "Oh, I wish I could try that hairstyle, but my partner likes it long." Okay, well, is it your partner's hair? So why are you wearing it long? If you want to try it short, cut it off. If you want to shave your head, shave your head. Next week, a couple weeks from now, I've got a birthday coming up. And I was sitting in the salon the other day and I saw my coworker. She had just shaven this man, freshly bald with a hot towel shave, and his head was all shiny and fresh and clean looking. And I thought, oh, well, I've never gotten to feel what that's like. Isn't now the perfect time? Like, isn't now the perfect time to see what it feels like to have a freshly shaven skull? So I booked an appointment for myself for my birthday because I want to try it. And why shouldn't I? Right now is the time. I don't have any hair, so let's see what that feels like. And then maybe I'll start to grow it out because I honestly don't know though, because I'm just feeling my way through my beauty right now. I'm feeling into what feels right for me. I'm doing whatever feels good, whatever I feel like it. And I'm very fortunate that I can do that without having anybody in my life. Well, that's not true. My family sometimes is like, why don't you grow your hair out long? And I'm like, because I don't want to. Why don't you grow your hair out long? By the way, if what you want to do is grow your hair out long, I got you. I'm an expert. Trust me, I can help you grow your hair long. You're going to see, because as soon as I'm ready, I'm going to grow it out and I'm going to show you how fast I can do it. I don't know. I don't really know what all the point of that is other than to say self-love revolution. You don't have to feed into, buy into, believe what they want you to believe anymore. You don't have to go pay for lip fillers. You don't need a facelift. I promise you don't. And there are so many ways that you can self-care in ways that are not toxic. And on the flip side of that, there are also so many ways in the self-care and beauty world that we've been force-fed and that companies have spent millions and millions of dollars in convincing us that we need all this stuff it is toxic. And that's what I'm here to help you get out of. That's the cycle that I'm here to break, I believe. I know I'm here to do something. It's taken me a little while to figure out what it is. After spending 20 years in the beauty industry, it's really been that career hoe era for me of just trying to figure out like, okay, what do I want to do now? Because after I burnt out so bad behind the chair, doing hair and being in beauty, it really became different for me. I couldn't come back to it in the same way that I was doing it before with giving it my all because my heart wasn't in it. And in fact, my heart was enraged by it because I could see once I experienced that burnout and once I went through that place of just, if you've ever been depressed, if you've ever been someone who's dealt with depression in any kind of way, you can probably relate to that feeling of like, you just can't shower. You just can't moisturize. Like you don't care about if your feet are trimmed up and looking cute. It's about survival at that point when you get that far down depression land. And it's awful. It's awful. And it can feel really lonely. And sometimes you have to pull yourself out of that. I mean, always you have to pull yourself out of that. But that doesn't mean that you have to do it alone. So I'm here. I'm here if you are in that place right now. I'm here if you've been in that place and you are just starting to come out. I would really love to help. I'm a helper. I'm a day maker. That's how I've been since I was born, I'm pretty sure. And I want to help you too. So if you're feeling it, if you're feeling the burnout, if you're feeling the weight of the world right now, know that I get it. And know that I don't speak I don't speak on this stuff lightly. I'm not here trying to tell you that the right moisturizer is going to change your life or change the world or save anything. What I'm really here to do is show you how to be a little self-love revolution baddie and take those dollars out of the pockets of the corporations who are spending money to make you believe that you hate yourself. Fuck that. You don't hate yourself. You might feel like you do sometimes, but you don't. I got you. So these videos, they'll keep getting better and probably weirder and maybe even longer. Gosh, oh my gosh, 40 minutes already. I'm sorry. Watch it on 2 time if you're ever watching it. I'm just really passionate about it. I'm really passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about helping people see their own beauty in a different way. So click the link, hit subscribe, follow along, because I'm going to be here. The filter's off, my friend. And I really feel that I have finally broken through that final layer of garbage that's been keeping me from shining. Because I'm shiny, baby. I'm shiny. I've always been a shiny. But sometimes when you shine too bright, people attack you. And it sucks. And then you want to cover yourself in a layer of mud like PETA in the Hunger Games just to feel safe. And that's what I did. And I'm back now. So come on. I know the way. I've been there and I know the way out. So click the link. Let's connect. I want to help out. And if you feel like you could use that kind of help, I would love to be that guide for you. I love you. You're beautiful. And I'll see you next week. Bye.